Welcome to Thursday Thoughts. I've got some great news for you. Those of you who have been praying with me for my friend Gabe, that's been fighting COVID and his lungs have been fighting the pneumonia. Well, they have just now taken off the big machine and he is breathing so much better. He just needs an oxygen tube right now. One of his lungs is looking really good. The other one is starting to look better. And I just want to thank you for joining with me in prayer, not only for my miracle healing, but also for Gabe and so many others. In fact, that's really what I want to talk to you about today, is the fact that your prayers matter. We talked about it a little bit last week, but he says in James that our prayers, like Elijah, the effective fervent prayer of a righteous person accomplishes much. Gabe and his healing, of course, because of the doctors, nurses, medicine, but also because of your prayers. I'm standing here because of the power of your prayers and the faithfulness of our God. And I just want to encourage you, don't underestimate the power of your prayers. Sometimes it can be a little overwhelming when you look at the news right now, what's going on after the 7.4 magnitude earthquake in Haiti and all of the people that need help over there. What's going on in Afghanistan with the Taliban taking over as America pulls out. There's so much tragedy. What's going on with the rising COVID numbers that it would almost be easy to just want to turn everything off and do nothing about it. I don't know if you guys ever feel this way, but sometimes I'll pray and there'll be this little thought in the back of my head like, what did that accomplish? You didn't do anything. And yet when the disciples ask Jesus how to pray in Matthew 6 and Luke 11, Jesus says, I want you to pray this way. Our Father who is in heaven, holy is your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. He literally tells us right at the beginning, our Father. He's speaking to the fact our means we're in community. That when you pray for me and I pray for you, when we pray for our brothers and sisters in Afghanistan and the house churches that are looking at the possibility of dying for their faith, when we pray for the churches that are trying to dig people out from the rubble in Haiti, God hears those prayers. We are connected through something that's thicker than blood. We are connected through the blood of Christ, our Father who is in heaven. Yeah, he's in heaven, but he's inviting us to invite him into the middle of our messes. I don't want you to forget the fact that when Jesus teaches us how to pray, he says we can pray God's kingdom would come here. I'm praying that the faith of those that are willing to die for their faith in Afghanistan would stir me up, would stir you up to understand we are all connected. I guess simply what I'm saying is don't stop praying. Don't stop praying. Hey, we can be overwhelmed. Yes, our emotions can sometimes get the better of us. But the worst thing we can do is to stop praying, because God has given us an authority to walk in. You know, we're here downtown because my nieces and my nephew, they're flying home to Bend today. And my nieces had never been on a plane before. And when I talked to them about getting on the airplane, they didn't even think, even my 9-year-old niece, she didn't think that somehow the plane was going to drop out of the sky. Not even for a second did they think that this large thing, thousands of pounds, would fall out of the sky. They had complete confidence that the pilot and the engines and the aerodynamics and all those who worked on the plane were going to get them safely from Bend, Oregon to here and back. If they could have that same confidence and faith in man, how much more so can you and I have that same confidence and faith in God? That the impossible for us is possible for him. That God hears our prayers when we come before his throne. Don't stop praying for your loved ones. Don't stop praying for your friends. Don't stop praying for those who are sick. Don't stop praying for those that you see on the news that desperately need help, because God hears your prayers.